All right. Alicia, you are, first of all, welcome to session 50. Love me like it's prom night. That's not what we're going to call it.
Oh my.
I vote that we do.
I vote that we do, and I think we need to use the GIF for the
Love me
image.
like it's prom night. Oh, God. All right. Jason. Or, sorry. Jason. Alicia. Whatever
Damn
your
it,
name
Alicia.
is.
Damn it, Jason.
Damn it, GM.
You are in Director Costigan's office
Uh-oh.
with Parker. Called on the carpet, as it were.
I'm smirking.
Are you? Just
Yeah,
instinctively?
pro forma. You're going to call me on the carpet, I'm going to smirk.
There will be... there will be smirking. Before
I don't see Costigan as quite as much of an existential threat as others that I've been called in to report to.
That's fair. Although,
I'm not saying that I'm correct in that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
he's not without his threat level, but yeah, compared to might randomly shoot a henchman dad, you don't think Costigan would do that? Anyway, he looks more annoyed than anything else, sort of ulcered. So, at your handler's suggestion, we are contemplating a conditional stipend for your service to the agency and conditional upon your continuing good behavior with regards to agency interests. This is him picking up sort of in mid-sentence. He looks up at you and the smirk and his frown deepens.
Thank you.
On to, he kind of looks up at you and kind of...
Does that come with medical? Because I know that the healthcare in this country is
You actually,
truly...
you actually hear Parker kind of go, like kind of cluck her tongue, like, really? You're going to push here?
She'll sigh deeply.
You are a contract agent. We are already working on the paperwork for certain commonly available healthcare insurance available to minors below the age of... He flips back to the other page. On the question of lodging, you have been given... You are being given a small number of options appropriate to your stipend and the arrangements there too. Now, in this case, it's a little bit more worrisome because he actually seems to be kind of smiling a little bit, or at least you can hear a smile.
Yeah. I will keep the smirk up more out of defiance than anything else, and will really make an effort to do so no matter how he finishes this paragraph.
As with most agents of your junior stipend level, dormitories can be made available, semi-private rooms shared with other agents. There is a curfew, and of course, monitored entrances here on campus.
That sounds like it might make it difficult for me to operate as flexibly as the agency has wanted me to do up till
Option
now.
2, The agency will provide you a limited amount of additional stipend for room and board with certain approved members, certain approved individuals. Currently, the list of approved individuals is 1, although that list can be expanded and includes our good Agent Parker, who it turns out has a spare room in her duplex.
Okay, Alicia will slowly pivot her head over to Agent Parker to see what her reaction is to this.
Agent Parker has no reaction. Agent Parker has additional creases on her cheeks.
That's just her fishing for the cyanide tooth. Don't worry about that.
She's, it's the kind of thing that's like, the look on her face seems to convey the thought, arsenic wouldn't be, I think I might get the poison wrong. Hopefully I don't. Arsenic wouldn't be that bad. I rather like the taste of almonds.
That's
is it cyanide?
Cyanide.
Cyanide. Yeah, cyanide wouldn't be that bad. I rather like the taste of almonds. Suffice it to say, she's attempting stiff upper lip, but is getting closer to a very disappointed looking Easter Island head. So, yes, well, if your team had anything along the lines of room and board at its base, we could consider that, but as nothing like that is extant at this time, that is off the option list.
No cohabitating with Jason.
Yeah. That would be
Yeah, I figured-
problematic anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. She probably wouldn't ask for that.
You don't have to decide now. We'll give you, I don't know. How about the weekend? Mull it over. You got a lot on your mind right now. I understand he flipped some more papers. Dance coming up tomorrow night. That should be exciting.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Just make sure you don't spike the punch.
He reaches out.
I certainly hope that no national or cosmic emergencies get in the way.
Mm-hmm. He reaches out and scoops some pistachios out of a bowl and starts shelling them. All right. Off you go. Skater's cat. All right.
Yip yip, Alicia.
Do we want to end there, or do you have something you want to say to Parker on the way out of the office? Or after out of the office?
Yeah, I after we're out of the office, not while we're in the office. Although that would be interesting. Agent Parker,
She turns toward you, I should indicate.
yes, thank you. I do not want to put you in a difficult situation.
Don't
But
worry about
if-
it. The option was made available, and the request was made, and there was no reason not to. I am Absaral. She doesn't even really finish this sentence. There's no reason not to. I am your handler, after all. It is an appropriate, and certainly wouldn't be any groundbreaking arrangement. It's been done several times in the past, sometimes very successfully.
Because you don't call me mother.
If it's the option that we decide to go with, I'm sure that we can find out if it will work.
Reach a modus vivendi.
Ooh, I like that. Let's go with that. She's smarter than me, so let's have her say that.
Thank you. we'll still evaluate the options, but I think it would be more amenable than dorm life.
There are a few other options that you might want to consider, although there are a few roommate options we wouldn't be able to okay at this time.
Do you have some suggestions that would be potentially acceptable that the director didn't mention?
Actually, and we're going to cut right there, over to Summer at Blitzkrieg. And we'll take that bit of advice as assumed, but I like the cut better. Actually, we're going to cut to Blitzkrieg in general. Summer is working, and taking orders and so on and so forth, and sitting at one of the tables. Where are my notes? Okay.
I'm allowed to get 50 names right a week.
Oh, is that now? Who set that limit? You?
That's it. No, I'm joking. It's 45.
Okay. Okay, so I got to make a note here. I got to type a note here.
Here's some coffee. Here's some blintzes. Here's some blintzes with coffee. Here's some coffee blintzes, blintzes and spam. Here's coffee blintzes, spam and spam.
Here's a large Cinna latte, an extra large Cinna latte.
Look, pumpkin
a
spice.
thirsty to answer Cinna latte. With
More pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice is the spam of the 21st century. That's
fair.
During 1 month out of the year.
Oh God.
Oh, it doesn't
if
last just
only.
1 month.
No, not
we
anymore.
have planted the pumpkin spice seeds in the back, and girls in the yoga pants are growing out of the pots now as we water them. And
Then we pit their brains, and no brains. What's that be? All right.
They're growing in Instagram poses.
No. Is that a
Yes,
table?
they are.
No. Is at a table with Charlotte, who is
I'm sorry. Who's at the table with Charlotte?
No.
Oh.
Rodriguez is sitting at one of the Blintz tables with Charlotte. Nona being one of the ponies, and Charlotte being, generally well disposed toward ponies, and Nona's been doing kind of like how would she explain this? How would Nona explain the whole superhero interview thing that she's been sort of test betting with Summer lately? I'm leaning towards Bill for this because he, of course, has been writing up the thing about Nono quizzing Summer.
I would say that she's probably describing it as something she's just trying out, and she would probably say for journalism class or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
The real motive behind it is she's still looking for a purpose in life, and kind of latched onto what My Little Power Ranger has been doing. So she'll be a little vague on why she's doing it.
Yeah.
But probably she would say, "Oh, it's for class."
So, Charlotte, she's been kind of asking you about what it's like to be a superhero. What do you find most rewarding about it? Why are you carrying 4 conditions right now? You guys all, so actually, she's about halfway through what could be a potentially horrifying question. When and it's something along the, you've been you and the rest of the team were largely kind of vanished for about for a few weeks, and everyone was really kind of wondering where you were. Okay, can you tell me anything about how what happened? How did that go? Did you learn anything really cool? But she's like starting to go into this, and you're starting to kind of like you're still kind of PTSD about that trauma, which I've gotten fun and recent, very minor, I will say, very minor, but recent sort of insight into when I realized at the end of work today that I wanted to stick around just so I didn't have to drive home, because I didn't want to have to drive on the same road that I had a car accident on last week. Like I was just like trying to come up with something else to do so I didn't have to drive, which is super fun. I love that about me. That's great. Anyway, but so you kind of tensing up, but she's like halfway through the sentence, and her eyes kind of get big, like oh God thing, as you hear now, Charlotte. Right now, you're experimenting. Can we say this? You are experimenting with the idea that you can choose to be corporeal when you want to be. This experiment has proven to be 64% true. But right now, you are basically solid. Just so you know. It hasn't proven to be entirely reliable, but at least right now. So she's kind of looking over your shoulder, and then she quickly does not look over your shoulder. She's looking kind of down at the table and taking notes, and is like, very interesting. Yeah, Oh God, 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 oh God. What do you do? After you activate your mic, what do you do?
Ponder.
Ponder. She seems to have seen something over your shoulder that has her very concerned.
Okay.
Concerned.
Not wanting to be rude, because of course I wouldn't. Do I have any kind of sense of what might be behind me?
Well, about the same time that she did this, you heard the door ding for somebody coming in to Blinskrieg. So
okay.
Maybe she saw somebody she didn't want to see.
Go with it and just, talk, but sort of move my chair back a little bit so I can lean in towards her, maybe get something closer to an angle.
So sort of scooch around a bit toward, because it's like one of those small little two-person tables kind of thing.
Sort of just between us girls.
I see.
Kind of.
Okay.
Lean into.
Right.
It's
Okay. So
obviously not listening to me right now.
yeah. Well, she's kind of like. No, she's trying to pay attention to you and just look down, and she's projecting. Now, this wouldn't mean anything to Charlotte per se, but it certainly should mean something to Margie. Definitely that body language of I'm paying so much attention to this thing so the teacher doesn't call on me kind of body positioning. And as you're kind of moving around a little bit and looking, you see somebody walking up to the counter to apparently order or something like that, but clearly walking in a way it's like, I know people are looking at me. Bill, for me, would you describe the day-to-day attire of Pietro the Plasma Prince?
Oh, God.
Margie, I don't know if you've encountered any tales of Pietro the Plasma Prince.
Yes. Pietro
Okay.
the Plasma Prince, who
Bear in mind that it's
thinks he's
Friday,
God's
so that may
gift.
make a difference here.
Say that again.
Bear in mind that it's Friday, so that may make a difference. He's in his Friday tech.
He's just his. Does he wear his tech all the time? Like,
Oh no.
yeah, I was gonna say.
So basically, imagine the protagonist of Weird Al Yankovic's video "White and Nerdy,"
Oh my
and
god.
if you haven't seen that, maybe the phrase "white and nerdy" will tell you something.
Okay.
And if you know who Weird Al is, you maybe get that impression.
Does he have that hair?
He probably does. He's actually no. I've got another example. Who saw the third Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film?
Okay. Yes.
Where Peter was trying to be cool and failed miserably.
You know what the creepiest thing you can possibly do is see that scene where he's like moving along the street and he's like dancing to the background music. Is watch that scene, but somebody stripped the music out, and it's just him like dancing to music only he can hear down the street.
Men's disease.
Oh my god, it's insanely. Oh my god. All right, yeah. Thank you for the white and nerdy. That's never gonna leave me. James.
Not sorry.
Yeah, didn't figure. Okay.
It's not even sorry, not sorry. It's just not even sorry.
Not sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, Peter Parker trying to, yeah, there you go. Oh, yes. Yes, can he please be Pietro the Plasma Prince? I love that hair. And by love, I mean, ew. Wow.
He managed to replicate the Jason Quill blonde color, but it's not at the roots.
Oh my god. Margie, speaking of
Which GIF are we looking at?
the one that Mike shared.
Okay.
And Margie, I just want to make sure that you saw what oh, yes. Yes. Bill's is even, oh wait, was it Bill's? Yeah, Bill's. That, oh my god. That's why he's, oh my god, that is so good. Oh my god, that needs to go on the wiki.
It needs to be something other than a black shirt, though.
Sure.
Pink or something.
Yeah, like a.
Because, he's confident in his masculinity.
He's got so much masculinity that how could he not be confident in it? Margie, did you see the little whisper that I sent you over there on the chat too? Also.
Having too much fun watching White and Nerdy.
Okay. Okay. Just so you know. Okay.
And Dave and I actually had a conversation about your whisper. So.
Okay. All right. So.
Not be what you're talking about now.
So he comes up and he's ordering from Summer. What is the half calf, double espresso, latte
With a twist.
half calf, double espresso? What?
Have decaf with a twist of lemon. That's the one from LA Story.
I want a twist of lemon. Oh, add me a twist of lemon. He orders something incredibly complicated and pretentious. Because of course he does.
Half calf with a twist of lemon.
And like almond scone. Ugh. Anyway. Actually, yeah, we'll say almond scone. Anyway. Meanwhile, no, back at the table, it's like, he's gonna come over here. He's gonna come over here. I think he's thinking about asking me to the Valentine's dance, and I do not want to say, and I do not want to have to deal with him because he is just.
Cells?
What was that?
Griffin, why don't you come over here with me? I get up, take her with me. We just leave our glasses,
But we
walk out. Okay.
So what are you doing with her? I want to know what you're doing with her.
Oh, I'm saying that to her, and then I shout out, "Oh, I totally forgot, this in my car."
And you're bustling
And
her
I'm-
out of the
Yeah.
thing.
Strategic retreat. That or I'm going to put him down hard.
So I'm going to have you roll, because this amuses me, defend.
That works.
We'll have you defend.
And if the defend fails, you can always directly engage.
Oh, I have a plan for if the defend. Oh, yes.
Too much.
I kind of am. Take XP. Do you still have a thing you haven't bought yet that you need to buy? Because we need to do that at some point.
I will open it to the group for suggestions of
Okay.
what I should buy from somebody else's book.
Charlotte hasn't advanced and she doesn't know what to do with it. But in the meantime, she has more XP. So mark that potential down. As you guys are heading out of the Blitzkrieg, you hear Pietro say, no, Miss Rodriguez, no, 1 second, I just wanted to, just a moment. And he just sort of like, he's
here.
scooping a 20 out of his pocket and kind of dumping it on the counter. And you hear yourself say, run, I'll buy you time. Okay.
Response.
No.
And it gets me, and it does something good.
Well, okay. What was the response? What was the response? Because I want to balance this against the fact that you rolled a 4.
Whisper?
Sure. Yes. It's /W and then my name, or just start to type my name and then select it off the little drop down thing because I want to see it. We'll walk into another room and have a discussion while the rest of the table just sort of sits there and twiddles their thumbs.
With a 4?
No, it went to me.
That's so okay.
Because I'm a GM, I got to see it too, so I'll ignore it.
That's fine. Oh, that's fine. Anyway, so that's option 1. I like it. I'm totally on board with that. I'm gonna type out what I was thinking, so you can decide. You get. I'll let you pick because I am a kind and beneficent GM. Wait, what's that condition? Hang on.
So what nerdy? He's just so what nerdy.
Oh my god. So there you go. That's option 2.
Gangsters.
I like your option 2 though. Both of them smack of the first thing that popped out of your mouth in sheer desperation.
Okay, I kind of like yours
Okay,
just because.
Okay. All right.
I was just saying to Dave that I needed more teen angst, social
Okay.
situations.
We're definitely going with option 2 then. Okay. So, Summer, you're working inside and you see Pietro kind of do this order, and he pays without ever actually getting the drink because he's still doing it. But he doesn't leave. He doesn't entirely leave. He goes outside. And he's sort of like, you see Charlotte sort of ushering Nono out the door, and he's calling after, and you see Charlotte kind of give her a little bit of a push, and Nono kind of like, are you sure? And sort of like power walks down the street, like, I may have accidentally just killed the dog with my electric powered razor scooter, but I don't want anybody to know, so I'm just going to walk away from the scene, kind of stride.
Oh, was
And-
that a squirrel?
And Charlotte kind of turns with this brilliant smile and completely interposes herself between Pietro and Nono as he's coming out the door, and he sort of is taken aback a little bit. She looks lovely. I mean, I have to share. I mean, if you guys didn't look, that picture that that Mike had up was really great. Hang on, I want to get that up because it's really kind of good.
I can grab it.
That was I'll grab it out of the. Was it the art thread?
No, it was
General
inspiration.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was all the way.
It was a good find
It was a
on
good
the
find.
Discord.
Yeah, I link that specific permalink. Look at that permalink. Blink, blanc, blanc. Has Margie seen this?
I may have pinged her with it earlier today, but she may not have had a chance to see it.
This yet because I was working today.
That's a lovely picture. I mean, as far as Charlottes go, I think that's a fine Charlotte.
It would normally do, but it's probably just been torn off in the wind or whatever.
Probably not what she looks like right now. But anyway, in turning, and he seems to come with taking her. Well, they end up talking, and the talking goes on for a bit, and you see some demure head shakes, some slightly more desperate demure head shakes, and grand gestures, grand motions, and so forth. This goes on for a minute or two. Genteel laughter, mostly on Pietro's part. Yeah, somewhat less enthusiastic laughter on Charlotte's part. And he finally sort of reaches out, and she sort of allows him to, shake her hand, and he sort of bends over it and kicks his foot out like a complete tool. And then strides off in true third movie Peter Parker fashion. King of the world. He has absolutely completely forgotten the coffee that he ordered and the almond scone and walked off. But hey, tip. Charlotte comes back in looking pale. Pale. Walks up to the counter, looks at Summer and says, "Apparently I'm going to the Valentine's dance tomorrow."
You will look lovely.
Where would I get a dress?
I'll help you.
Voice kind of shaking. Okay.
Nothing that's
To your Valentine's.
encouraging. Too encouraging.
Nothing. She sort of nods slightly. Nothing too encouraging.
I assure you, it will be the height of good taste.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So that's sort of, it's like, so that was it's like a Thursday thing.
And I will text Alicia.
You will text Alicia. What are you texting Alicia with? 911, code red.
We are gathering for team business.
Alicia, we're gathering for team business. I don't know. You're actually I'm going to cut all over this place. You're at the library again with a very distracted Daff. Not working on a project, just sort of studying together. It's become a bit of a thing. As you get this thing, and Daff is kind of out of it and keeps kind of she's being really quiet and sort of, I don't know, irritable isn't quite the right word, but she's being really defeatist.
You seem pensive.
Pensive? I'm pensive? Why am I pensive? What part of me is pensive?
Okay, maybe defensive about being pensive.
Oh, are we rhyming now? Okay. All right. Fine. Can rhyme something.
Should I say I'm apprehensive about your being defensive about being pensive?
You are very funny. You will be the last against the wall when the revolution comes. Yes. Yes.
That's my plan, certainly.
If only people realized you weren't joking. I found, incidentally, I think I might have to do one of those little text image things. For Alicia, another one of those ones with the little screen capture thing. I might have this thing somewhere. I need to put this together, but it's something I snagged off of Tumblr that says, "I'm not funny, I'm mean, and everybody thinks I'm joking." Oh no, that was it was T Turtle. That's what it was. It wasn't on Tumblr. Anyway, okay, so you are a forward-thinking 90s woman, right? She's being sarcastic, obviously.
For
Teens
purposes
woman.
of argument.
Sure, for the purpose of argument. You are a forward-thinking, assertive gal, and you have a boy that you like. You have a boy that you like, and you want that boy to go to the dance with you. A dance, any dance. Doesn't have to be a particular dance, just a dance in general. And they are clueless to the point of world-ending catastrophe. What do you do?
She actually half successfully stifles a laugh.
Well, what I did yesterday was
Right. Well, tripping them down to the ground, sitting on them, and telling them so that they're fully focused.
No,
would be a direct way of doing it.
That way lies madness. That way is Hang on 1 second.
People asking Alicia for advice can only go one way.
My daughter had to walk in to say that she cannot love the situation more because the idea of anybody asking Alicia for romantic advice is...
You're cutting out, Joyce.
Am I? Oh.
But I heard enough to understand
yes.
the comment.
She finds it wonderful and just perfect that people are asking Alicia for romantic advice. Yeah, she goes, I could not love this more than I already do.
Well, how do you get there's a number of ways you can get his attention directly.
That is not
to ask him. You're the one who said he was clueless.
Well,
so force a clue upon him.
Because Alicia's nothing if not straightforward.
What if any number of romantic comedy cliches with which we have been schooled for the past 15 years were to come true and thus ruin everything? What then? What grand tragedy? She said, gesturing heartfelt at the moon. No. What if it screws everything up? What if he says no? What if he thinks I'm ridiculous? What if he had no idea?
If I am ridiculous?
What if I am ridiculous? What if I'm a big wuss who hates herself because she's a big wuss?
This certainly seems like an opportunity to prove a number of those points one way or the other.
But ignorance is
certainly not doing anything isn't going to prove anything, but it will help you simply maintain your insecurities about it.
Ignorance is warm and comforting.
No, ignorance is apparently anxiety invoking based on your behavior.
Okay. If I write a note from an anonymous admirer, will you drop it in his backpack? Never mind. Terrible idea.
I would certainly be more than happy to do that. I will admit to an apprehension that some romantic movie comedy cliche would have him spot me doing so and think that I was giving him the note.
That would be exactly what would happen, wouldn't it?
So I would be happy to slip a note into his backpack, his sweater vest, his wherever
What?
But you have to. But you
Is
have to sign.
wherever?
Well,
You-
I was trying to think of. I was trying to think if he wears anything with pockets.
You harlot.
Besides-
She's clearly being like, this whole thing is like her being, ridiculously, ironically,
Yes.
whatever.
Melodramatic.
Yeah. She's so sick of herself for being like this that she's mocking like the very conversation that she cannot seem to avoid having.
Yes. I understand.
Um,
If that would be helpful, I can get it to him,
no,
and he won't spot me doing so.
No. And you get the text messages. You get the text message right about then. Like from Summer says we have, what was it? Team business.
We're
Yep.
gathering for team business.
We're gathering for team business.
You notice that it's only.
I didn't hear that, or I heard it through your mic.
He asked if he noticed I asked if Alicia noticed it was only addressed to her.
Yeah. So Summer gets a text says we're gathering for team business. So either the rest of the team did not bother to text you, they counted on Summer to do so, or this is weird team business. Or probably two other. It's an ambush, possible Alicia-like possibilities in the background.
What's the countersign? No. Where?
Where? Yeah, where? Summer?
Blint's Craig after work.
Which would be 45 minutes from now. Which are you? I mean, you're not driving the bike around normally, are you? You're still kind of confined to public transit.
No.
So you probably need to get rolling-ish
Yeah.
soon. Daff sees this, kind of the more than glancing, focused attention on the phone is like, the bat signal just go up.
Yeah.
She does
something
not
like
know
that.
that you're anything, but obviously, but
Right. Yeah,
all right.
something like that.
All right.
Look,
Give me your flask of brandy for courage, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the thing.
you got this.
Do I?
I have faith in you.
You already put it in my backpack?
Alicia rolls her eyes.
She's just looking for the flask. If he says no, you have to go with me. And also not tell anybody if I cry. What was that? You broke up a little. Say that again. Now you're totally broke up. Or
Oh,
not.
wait. Now I can hear things.
All right. The last thing she said was, if he says no, you have to go with me, and also not tell anybody if I cry. Totally platonic lesbian date, I promise.
I actually already have a date for the dance.
Of course you do, because you know like 3 people, and they're all me, and you have a date. Of course you have a date. Awesome. All right.
But
Well, tell Mr. Bat Signal that he's a very lucky man, and that you may have a chaperone if everything falls to pieces. And then she finger guns you.
I'll finger gun her back. Let me think of some tactical options for you, and I will get back to you.
I love the way you talk. Tactical options. That's awesome. Tactical options. It's not exactly a war. A war of love. A war. Oh God, I did not say that. I did not say that.
Alicia smirks and heads for the bus stop.
Marion, incidentally, and a couple of his friends are on the other end of the library. Different study carrels and tables and whatnot. Although they seem to be going through, they're all inexplicably clustered around a microfiche viewer machine. Like panning back and forth across like microfiche, like old newspapers. And laughing?
That's not suspicious.
Well,
I will-
and
I will-
laughing.
I will-
Did they
And laughing.
Playboy microfiche? Did they microfiche Playboy?
No, they did not. Although it's awesome. You will.
I will turn over and walk over to him.
Okay. Hello. friend of Daphne, also known as Alicia. Of course, I knew your name. I didn't forget it for a moment there at all in any way, shape, or form. Hello.
Daphne said she had a question for you. She's over at the other end of the library.
All right. I will stop perusing the Kansas Inquirer for juicy 1924 memes and see what milady requires. Gentlemen, the floor.
Because what do geeks do but look for Kansas City?
Gentlemen, the joystick is yours. And he kind of like hands it over his wrist to one of the other guys sitting there.
Alicia nods to them, nods to him, and heads out of the library.
All right. So you head out that way.
Look, direct action.
Direct action.
Oh, first shot and I get one.
I missed whatever.
Hang on.
Alicia delivering the note. He does not have a fedora. I'm sorry. He is not.
He maladed her.
I know.
He sounds like
that was a mistake. I shouldn't have had it say milady. Kansas City Sun. Sorry, not the Kansas City Inquirer. They have, seriously, there's a Tumblr I follow.
Reverend J.W. Hearst, agreeably surprised.
Was it first one I got?
In all seriousness, if you go through, there's a Tumblr I follow that's just snippets of opinion pieces from like old newspapers from like the teens and early 20s and stuff like that, and they read exactly like those bon mot tweets that people will drop. They're just perfect. They're just perfect. They are the Twitter of their generation, and it is a delight to see that really humans haven't evolved and never will. They're just always going to be saying the same stuff to each other. Anyway, what did you grab? What did Margie share? Oh, the thing. All right. Right. Adam.
Oh no.
You are sitting somewhere next to Carrie.
Okay. Fourth period geometry.
Okay. I was thinking edge of a building somewhere, but never mind. That's fine.
Hey, we can do edge of a building somewhere.
If you want to do it, which would you prefer?
I have no preferences, sir. I think you've found that out.
That is not true. You enjoy pain inflicted upon your character. But other than that, yes.
Why does everyone say that to me?
Because when I have you do like take a powerful blow, you're like, yes. All right.
I'm just waiting for it to be a physical one so I can finally use the move.
Oh, are they usually emotional? I didn't realize you had a move that you've been waiting to use. I'll make sure Carrie
I'll have to work on beating you up.
I was gonna say I'll have Carrie punch you at some point. So my boyfriend, shut up, I have a boyfriend, is out of town. Really out of town. And and you're little, you're like young. Can we go to this thing not together, and you get to see what these dance things for these big grown-up kids are like, and I don't have to be there by myself and have Kid Kelvin hit on me all night and tell me that my boyfriend's made up?
Adam's just gonna be like, Kid Kelvin.
Kid Kelvin.
I have heard stories now.
No, he's fine. He's just kind of sad, pathetic. Also, I think he's DJing for this, so, you know, I don't want to be the DJ's date. That's kind of lame. Also, boyfriend, jealous boyfriend. Anyway, so.
Actually ask her if she really does have a boyfriend.
Say that again?
That'd be mean.
Yeah, it would be mean. Also,
Un-
also he can punch him through. She can punch him through a mountain. So yeah, maybe don't poke the bear.
But yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Really? Okay, cool. Uh,
Oh wait, I'm grounded.
Do you have a suit? Wait, no. Do you have a tie?
No.
No. Can you get a tie?
Um.
I mean, you don't have to. It's fine. Don't like. I mean, like I'm gonna wear red. Can you wear something with red on it, and we'll kind of match, and it'll be fine.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
All right. Cool. Cool. This isn't. Don't make this weird. All right. Just. It's all just. Whatever. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Hey, what did I hear about your folks chaperoning this thing? Is that really happening?
Yeah, that's how I got to go.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You're and you that's is that terrible or is that awesome? That I mean, you get to go, but I mean, your folks are going to chaperone? Really?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess, but wait, is your dad a cop?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a cop for a show. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch this. So many people are gonna get in trouble. Okay, cool. Right. So I'm gonna go get. You should go tell him that you gotta find some red and see if your mom does anything cool for you and stuff. All right. And she kind of punches you on the shoulder and pulls it just at the last second so she doesn't like break her collarbone. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Thanks, man. And she kind of takes off. What do you do as you watch her sort of fly off? That puzzling creature.
Now I have to figure out suit.
What were you gonna wear before you realized you had to like go?
That's a good question.
How do you think you should solve this problem?
Well, as with most things, let's go ask Leo.
I didn't honestly know how you were going to finish that sentence. That was one of the options on the table. Okay, that's hilarious. That's so funny.
Because I just think it would just be perfect because Leo had already asked Agent Waters for advice on suits, and the three of them out getting suits.
The three of them.
Yeah.
Agent Waters?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. So Leo, what's funny is I feel like I haven't been paying attention to Leo all night, and while it's true, Summer has been in a scene, so it's not quite. It's very confusing.
Used to that.
Who asked who to the dance?
I think Leo probably would have checked, and Arya probably checked independently, like, what's supposed to happen here? Is it like a Sadie Hawkins type thing, or is the boy supposed to ask the girl? Leo's got some old-fashioned romantic notions, which Arya probably inherited, and so he probably would have been the one to ask.
This is not a Sadie Hawkins thing because it is more of a traditional Valentine's thing. And also because I've been informed, or we were informed, apparently, that nobody in the current generation knows what the hell a Sadie Hawkins dance is. So, James. Anyway, sorry. So having ascertained that, and so on and so forth, this is kind of nice because you guys never really done like the school dance thing together. Yeah. So.
Yep.
are you? I mean, this is not. It's not like a prom. It's not like a homecoming thing. It's sort of a middle thing. But what are you? How is Leo approaching this? Like, how big a deal is he making of the? Like, is he just gonna find a tie and a jacket, or is he like gonna rent a tux, or is he gonna?
Well, Waters promised to hook him up with something, so he's probably going to go to whatever was produced, and I'm guessing that that's going to be like one of those like old suit shops, like one of the old conservative stores run by a bunch of old men whose cologne is on point, and he's just going to go in there and be like, I got to dance, I got the best girl in the world, and they're going to be like, the young kids these days sometimes have it figured out, and they're going to set him up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, I like that a lot. That's really cool. The only thing that Arya tells you is that you should try to coordinate red and white. And then the next text that comes through after that is obviously with a winky smiley face. And that's all she's telling you as far as that goes. And you're probably in the middle of getting fitted, and the guy who's not handling it, but is sort of like somewhere between like the assistant. You can't tell if he's the assistant, co-owner, longtime employee that can say whatever he likes because he's not going to get fired.
I've lost my.
Thing is
I'm up.
lecturing you on the finer points of getting a proper shave at a proper barber with a proper hot towel treatment, which is probably not one of Leo's, I mean, shaving probably not one of Leo's major concerns. Anyway, when it matters to you at some point, kid, hot towel, I'm telling you, it's the best. And your phone rings and it's Adam.
What's up?
Leo, where do I get a suit?
I'm at the place now. Come on over, and I'll give him an address.
Ted's like, because Ted's just kind of sitting over in the corner, going through like a newspaper or something like that. You got one of your friends coming over? Actually, what he says is, "This is Ted. This is Ted. Hang on." You hang up, and he's like, "Adam."
Yep.
Did he know you were going to be over here?
Nope.
And he's got to come over. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Wait, you didn't tell him where you were going to be?
I've learned to stop asking questions like that.
Right about then, Concord, Adam kind of walks around. There's like sort of like the street outside across the street like gets brighter, like somebody's shining a light on the opposite side of the street. And about 20 seconds later, Adam kind of walks around the corner and in front of the shop and then in the front door from like vorping into an alley nearby or something like that. And he's like looking around. So you walk in and it's as Leo has described, the older kind of hole in the wall.
Oh, good. This was the right place.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Waters.
Leo's kind of up on a stand, in a shirt, and he's like in the back, in kind of back-ish. He's back around the sheet, kid. He's standing there in boxers, kind of the shirt up. They're doing measurements, draping things, all that kind of stuff. And everyone's like, I get to work on somebody else. Is this your friend?
So Adam, what are you dressing for, man?
And Adam's just like nervous. Look at old guy he doesn't know. Agent Waters, Leo. Yeah, I'm going to the dance.
So Leo's going to think back about the only person that he knows could possibly have asked Adam. And is like, is it her?
And Adam's just like that full head, like half the body nod is like.
What's funny is there's legitimate cause here for Leo to be asking about a different her, but so I'm kind of curious if that's what he's actually doing.
Well, he's not asking about Sable Star. I mean, goddamn, that would be weird.
No, but I guess I don't know, maybe Leo's not up to date. I mean, theoretically, Summer could have asked him as sort of a I don't want to say pity date, but kind of a wouldn't that be adorable and completely harmless kind of thing.
So was this your idea or was this hers?
This is her idea.
Did she tell you anything to expect?
Red.
Like blood or just like a red suit?
I supposed to match red.
Okay, so these guys, just tell them that they'll figure it out. What's your budget? Let me back up a step. Why don't you call your dad and tell him you're going to the dance with someone you know and trust, and ask him if he's able to help you get a suit.
Mm-hmm.
That you're at the place, you just want to know that it's okay.
That's a good idea. Thanks.
Your dad. There is a what is to you a very long pause after that, and your dad finally says, "Ask him if they rent."
Like Leo knows what question is going to happen, and he knows his finances, and he's just going to be like thumbs up, just yep.
You're and he goes, "Don't get me wrong, but you're growing really fast, and I can't see buying a whole suit." And so here's what happens. Now you start to ask the rental thing, and they like both of the guys who were sort of running the thing go, like no, and they kind of like
but they can't sell suits for 12-year-olds for the reason you just gave. So
right, and but to be fair, Adam doesn't really present as a 12-year-old. He's been growing a lot. He's pretty big. He's very big for his size, very tall. He presents as more like 14, 15. But yeah, they don't really sell suits. But he goes, listen, you're going to school dance. You're going to a school dance. Renting is for prom. Renting is, and honestly, for the money that the rental costs, because we have to do this through another company, for the money that I think, you know what to get? You get a nice jacket. You get a nice tie. You have a white shirt with buttons?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have a white shirt, nice white shirt, or any color, actually. Any color with buttons. We get you a nice jacket. We get you a nice tie. You look awesome. Is it awesome? Do you say awesome? Cool? You say, you look cool, and it will be the same amount of money as the rent, and you get to keep it. Okay?
I think that's
Tell me this is a brilliant idea. Tell your dad, tell your father it's a brilliant idea.
down to the phone.
They're going to sell... and we'll put it in 3 extra inches so we can let it out as you get bigger, because you're growing. So you get to wear it. It'll still fit you when you're a senior.
Adam does a quick bit of math. 3 inches. He it's probably that thing where he's like,
you're mentally
okay.
you're mentally you're mentally modifying that to junior, but whatever. In any case, still pretty good investment, not too bad. And your dad seems a blazer and tie is fine if it works for your date ? Your date ?
Adam is going to try to explain the Canadian boyfriend situation. and then is going to be like, yeah, it's like, it's not a date, Dad. She's got a boyfriend.
Oh,
He's just not
it's-
around.
He said, "Oh, it's Carrie?" Question mark. I didn't. That isn't who I thought it. Never mind. NBMD. Anyway, all right. So, right. You on that pedestal. You on this pedestal. You, he points at Leo though, are getting a suit because Ted says you're getting a suit.
Yep.
All right. So, you guys are getting set up there.
And like Leo's gonna lay on Adam like his philosophy of like how to treat a girl right. Like we don't need to play through it, but like he's done a lot of thinking about this, and he's gonna give the best advice he can. So
The old guys in the room generally let you be on the. Actually, hang on a second. I'm curious about this. That's not Leo. Or that is Leo. That's not what I wanted. I'm a little bit astonished that kind of between the two of you guys don't have more conditions right now. It's sort of mind-blowing to me. How do you guys not have conditions?
Well, I blew through all of mine last time.
That's true.
Summer's been accumulating hers, so that's where they are.
Oh, that's right. Summer has a bunch. I forgot. All right. Speaking of which, let's get back to Charade and Summer and Ghost Girl. You're going to the dance with. Oh, we forgot Harry. Where's Harry? We gotta get Harry in here.
Yeah,
We're missing
that's
people.
kind of the whole dancing thing.
We're missing Harry in here. I'm sorry.
Let's get that done. I want to hear that.
Yeah, I gotta get Harry in here. Okay. So now, Harry, you already have a suit because you've had to go to lots of functions. So you are at a sort of downtown, but not like the middle of downtown, but like sort of a semi-rebuilt, semi-gentrified section of downtown. With this is after school with Andy. Ostensibly, it was supposed to be with Andy. You've been you were forced to show her a picture of yourself in that suit, which she deemed acceptable, and you have been forced to come along. Since you already have a suit, you have to help her pick out the dress. You and 4 of her cousins, 2 of her aunts, and her mother.
Oh! How many conditions do you have?
How many conditions do you have?
No,
I
that
think-
one deserves a powerful blow.
I will have many more before this afternoon is over.
He doesn't have any conditions right now. That's not even fair. All right.
That's because I took the powerful blow of chili peppers every time I see Andy.
Okay. So, this is the tightrope that you're having to walk because Andy keeps coming out in these sort of like nice dresses. They're not amazing, but they're not like prom dresses. They're just dresses. It's like and the aunts are different sections of the family, and Andy's family is very multi-ethnic, so they're kind of arguing about everything. And some are from dad's side of the family, some are from mom's side of the family. The cousins and sisters are no help whatsoever. Most of them are making jokes about you. The mother occasionally looks on you with a certain amount of pity, but neither does she let you go. So Andy keeps coming out, and you have to walking that fine line of appreciation and without having it turned into her entire family hates you for being creepy. because you like it too much. How are you approaching this?
Leching.
I'm just gonna go with Ledge. I'm just gonna go. You know.
I'm approaching it very carefully.
I mean, ultimately here, who are you worried about? There isn't a wrong answer here. I'm just like, are you more worried about the mom or Andy? Probably not the sister.
I'm kind of more concerned about. There's the concern that Andy will punch me. That's just kind of like an underlying fear.
That's sort of a constant. That's the Planck constant for your life.
But there's also the nervousness of being around the mother,
which is fair. So are you more trying to suck up to mom, or?
Oh no, I'm more likely to suck up to Andy than the mom.
Okay, so it comes right down to it, and there's a difference of opinion. You're kind of, let's see how well you can read Andy.
Or will you actually have some independence and offer her constructive feedback?
Oh. Teenage boy. Who are you talking to here? Well, who knows, maybe. How about you give me a Pierce the Mask roll so you can see what it is that Andy is. I mean, if you're gonna
what
back
dresses do you really want me to like?
Yeah. If you're gonna back her play, you need to know what her play is.
I am the dress guru.
Oh my God! Look at that. That's impressive. That's a plus 3. How do you have a plus 3 mundane?
Because I have a -2 superior.
That's fair.
Because we keep pushing up his mundane.
I had no idea.
No, because I have savior locked, so I can't do that.
We're gonna give this boy a complex at some point.
I had no idea his mundane was so high. All right, an 11 on Pierce the Mask. When you pierce the mask to see the person beneath, roll mundane. On the 10 plus, ask 3.
Jeez.
What do you want?
What do you want me to do?
I mean, that's the obvious one. What else is what else do you? What other underlying things do you want to pick out of this situation?
Who here is in the greatest danger?
No, this isn't NSS. This is the Pierce the Mask. Although I love that answer.
What do you intend to do?
What do you intend to do?
Oh, I just realized I don't have influence over Andy.
You don't have influence, so that's a very good thing there. Yeah, I've never given you influence over Andy.
No,
what you're not going to be asking is, how could I get your character to blank?
I've given influence to Andy before.
Yes. You've never gained influence over Andy. So is that one of your questions? How can I gain influence over you?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do, and what do you intend to do? Is that where we go, or how do I get your character to blank? What's the third one?
Well, any person who's going out on a date definitely wants to know, so what do you intend to do? What do you want for this?
Okay.
What are you really planning?
Some of this is reading Andy and really listening to the conversation with her mother and her aunts. And you have to attribute some of this to your mom, because she has sometimes stingingly seemed to try to counteract the rather rampant boy energy in the Gale estate between your dad and your dad and your dad and you and Uncle Chase and also your dad. With a couple of lectures on how one, what the reality is of how women usually work. These brief acidic insights are usually coming close on the heels of your father explaining the way of the world and all things and people to you, and then blithely wandering out of the room, and your mother trying to correct the damage before it actually sets in your brain. So what do you want me to do? She obviously wants you on her side. So if she's clearly liking a thing and mom is not liking a thing, she wants your vote on that, without it being creepy. How can I gain influence over you?
Yourself.
Well, that's kind of a layer onto this. Is what do you intend to do? What she intends to do with this is she wants to go and actually be seen as a girl, because she's A10 and she can punch through a damn wall and she can fly it like Mach 2, and she's a brick and she's a powerhouse and she's the leader of not particularly kind of a scrappy group of scrappy scrappers. And there's some, weird back history with some of the people in her, family background and stuff like that. She's never like, when she's in the dance class, she's the one who can like throw everybody through the building. So that's kind of, that's she's a bit of a joke with that. She wants to be the one who goes and she wants to have her 16 candles moment, her pretty in pink moment, right? What you can do to gain influence over her is to see that, or recognize that, or verbalize that about what her choice is going to be. So
reminding her that she can have a dress that's impractical and she has to be ready to race off in it and beat up people.
Yeah, and not remind having supporting the desire for an impractical dress. Too fancy. If mom is saying something is too fancy, it's like, well, it shouldn't be off the shoulder like that. Actually, the school dress code for these kinds of things doesn't say that anything can't be off the shoulder, so that should be fine.
Good to know.
Mrs. Oh God, what's Andy's last name? Fairchild. So that dress would actually be fine, Mrs. Fairchild. I think it looks amazing. So, that kind of stuff. This doesn't actually have well, no, I think it kind of does a little bit. And you'll appreciate this because I'm giving you two ones where you get to roll a +3. Roll me a defend on kind of Andy and her mom. I want to see how good you are at this. You take a lot less time to roll these things when you know you're rolling a +3. There's a lot.
It's just because I didn't close the window.
Oh, okay. So, what I'm curious about is, what kind of dress does Andy end up settling on? And kind of what do you like? What's that defend that kind of makes your mom go? Because it's a 10, so she's not going to even harbor a lot of ill will. It's going to be like, all right, if that's what if you love it and your date thinks it makes you look, and you say it's fine, it's what you want, and fine, I'm backing out of it, kind of thing. But what So she's not with So what does that exchange kind of look like? I want to know how suave is Harry? Very
Well,
suave.
I actually already went through and found a dress for Andy.
Oh, really? Oh, I am
Yeah. Scroll
dying.
up a little.
Scroll up.
A little. It's like right above my 11.
Huh?
Is it the Andy and Harry thing or the? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. God, that could actually be her.
Yeah.
Print screen. Yoink.
Yoink.
Uh-oh.
Wait, is it not resolving? One.
I'll be saving that then.
God.
There's color options.
There's color options, but that's the color. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's obviously
But blood.
the color of blood.
What? Wait,
No.
what? Did it pull up red?
It pulled up like a
Mhm.
maroon. What color should it have pulled up? What were you looking
Uh,
for?
Oh, shoot. I had gone with the lapis one. Yeah, ew. No, Kaylee, shut up.
No. I don't think she's the one that said. What did you say?
I said black.
No.
Lapis, which is purple.
It's second row, one in from
can-
the end.
You can drop down the little menu and choose lapis.
Oh, even
Oh,
better.
that too.
Love it.
It's not black, Kaylee.
Almost like that better than black.
She actually likes it better than black.
Almost.
It does go up with nice with the suit you picked out.
I did that on purpose.
Andy Dance, Lapis, and the suit you picked out. Is that the picture right? The link right underneath it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
The purple tuxedo vest.
oh, look at that. That's dapper. That's quite dapper.
And the one
I-
below.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Regency purple tuxedo vest.
I will not be saving that to the villains folder. Good God, people.
Please don't make Andy a villain.
No, I was talking about the
Oh
tug.
God, we're going to get mind controlled at the dance
That'd be
and have to
awesome.
fight each other.
I've already done that. I'm gonna mind control you again.
You
All
find
right.
yourself suddenly in your date's body.
Ah!
Hang on a second. I had to bring Kaylee in to show him the Peter Parker picture for Pietro the Plasma Prince. That's a lot of P's all at once. All right. Back to, okay, so Harry, oh, sorry, I didn't back to. What do you end up, what is the like, what does this look like when they're kind of, because they're not a quiet family at all.
I understand that.
And they even when they, occasionally, like you've had a few moments with Andy, it's like you mentioned sort of like you and your mom arguing, and she's like, we weren't arguing, we were just talking. To you, that was a barn burner of an argument, and they were just like trying to decide on like what to have for supper, and it was just, loud. So.
By the way, next time that Andy's raises her voice to you,
Yeah, exactly.
it's all in love.
It's all just how things go. So what does this look like, Harry? When you step in and save the day.
Are you sure running away isn't an option?
Well, I mean, you certainly can, but if you want that influence.
No,
What you, is that what you say to Andy?
no.
I mean, you could sort of. Oh, you know what you could do? You could like you could run away and then come back in the tux and just stand next to the dress as like sort of mute, like just mute proof that it's the perfect.
Yep, I like that.
Is that good?
Oh, that works.
And you don't have to actually say anything. You just and then whoosh, and you're back in, and you're standing next to her
Does
on
it
the
come
little
with
pedestal.
chips?
I mean, you certainly could hand her a bag of chips right after that. Already opened and half empty, but still. But her mom just kind of looks at the dress and looks at First of all, there's the blinking from the whoosh, and one of the sisters actually like punches the other one like he did it. But Andy just kind of looks over like, what do you? And then looks down, and then she stands there and raises her eyebrow at her mom, and her mom like kind of focuses and looks at you and looks at her and then looks at the vest and looks at the dress. It's like, all right, fine. You're both very handsome. You're very pretty. You're very fine. Stop growing up. You look like me when I was in my 20s and you're 12. All right. And right about then you get a text message, Harry.
I mean, that's concerning.
Yes, it is. It's from your dad. And it says, "Don't worry about the dance after party. Your mom and I are handling it. Eggplant, eggplant, sideways, crying, laughing face, eggplant."
That is so much more concerning than he could possibly
Now
believe.
Harry turns the color of his vest.
This is serious. He's up to
Which is
3
kind of
eggplants.
eggplant color, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It kind of is. I mean, the fact that Harry naturally picked out a vest that was eggplant color, I think is very indicative of something, really.
Subconscious.
Leo, Adam, Alicia, Charlotte, and Summer, Aria, Otto, everybody gets that text message. Don't worry about the dance after party. Your mom and I are handling it, which is confusing until you realize who it came from.
From the eggplants.
You realize like who.
Yeah,
your mom and
Alicia's heart skips a beat.
Yeah.
But Harry's dad.
Oh, it's
okay.
Harry's dad.
Yeah.
Deeply, deeply confusing for Adam for a split second. Probably equally so to Leo, but
Why
You
does
don't-
Dad
you don't know.
have everyone's number?
that is an excellent question.
He's a superhero.
Really
Why
profoundly.
doesn't he have
Yeah.
everybody's number?
Don't worry about the dance after party. Your mom and I are handling it. Eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. Sideways crying,
Wait,
laughing face. Eggplant.
At least he included your mom in that statement.
Yes.
Thank God.
Is that, yeah, your mom and I, like, I'm handling it would be so much more terrifying than your mom and I are handling it. Okay. So that's cool. Yes. All right. Girls. Where are girls? Girls, where are you?
Coffee shop.
As soon as Summer, and Summer doesn't have to close, so she can actually just sort of like hang up the apron and be done.
Yay!
Are you sure you don't want help? No, I'm fine. We're fine. Go. Charlotte, what have you been doing for the last hour? Actually, Charlotte and Alicia, what has been the last
First.
the last 45 minutes, like the last half hour or so of the coffee shop has been you guys in there waiting for Summer to close up. So what's
texting no. Just to girl.
Oh. And she's like texting me. It's like, no, not the grenade. Don't throw yourself on the grenade. That was.
Well, I didn't intend to.
I knew you were a superhero, but I didn't know you were suicidal. No. Wait, do you like him?
What was that?
No. Wait, do you like him? Oh, okay.
I couldn't say no.
He's not.
Nice.
Because he's charming? Question mark? Exclamation point? Question mark? Or you're just... If you can't say no to that, we really need to practice on your ability to say no.
Yes.
Okay. So Charlotte is channeling very modern sensibilities in her panic texting, Alicia, as you walk in. Um, I imagine sort of a curt
And
chin
I
nod
like
in Summer's direction. Is there been
blush
has
the
there been
entire
any
hour.
has there been any further explanation during your commute across the city as to what's going on or no? Or is
Nope.
it, nope, nope, can't talk working. Um, so Alicia, when you walk in, Summer is still working and Charlotte is
Texting?
looking weirdly vulnerable and panicky at one of the tables. What do you do?
Alicia kind of frowns, looking over at Summer.
Charlotte, or
Um,
yeah, sorry, Summer kind of like widens her eyes a little bit and does like a meaningful head point nod tilt thing in Charlotte's direction, like go fix it, go
eh,
over there.
Alicia does that kind of angry, restrained, what the hell am I supposed to do kind of shrug thing.
Have you guys seen?
Looks over at Charlotte with a fixed smile.
Have you guys ever seen? You guys have watched Lost in Space, haven't you?
We watched the first episode, and for some reason we never went back to it. For some reason, I don't know why, but we didn't.
It's entirely worth. I think it's worthwhile, but without spoilers, I will simply say something. Now, I watch the entire. I watch everything with subtitles because I'm, deaf. So I didn't realize that this was something they did for everybody. But there is a scene where, for reasons that I'm not going to get into, the characters in the scene can't talk. They have to be quiet. So it is a lot like sort of the Buffy scene where there's a bit where Willow and Oz kind of do the thing, but it goes on for quite a bit longer than that. And they do all that with the facial expressions, but they subtitle it. Like
nice.
They don't like say gives a meaningful look. She does a head thing and they write out like a sentence and a half of what that's supposed to be.
What the fuck are you expecting me to do here? Yeah.
It's like, we can't do that. No, you can't shout for help. They're going to hear you. And all it is like an eyebrow raise. And I imagine that with the rather eloquent and extensive facial expressions being exchanged between you and Summer at this thing. So it's like, go and help her. She clearly needs help. What do you want me to do with it? I'm helpless in these situations. You're not helpless. You're just reluctant. Go, go, go. You can't possibly make things worse. Trust me. That's where the facial expressions are at. Alicia, what do you do?
I pull up my phone, repeat once again, sit rep to Daff, and then go over and sit.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Sit rep.
I keep texting sit rep to Daff, and I'm not hearing anything back.
She sends. Can somebody find like an audio clip of a Murloc from World of Warcraft?
So much brighter.
Hang on for a second. I gotta talk to my dog.
Okay then. I should know more. That sounds familiar. Come on.
Yeah, I mean it's like the Murloc sound.
Murgle.
What Daphne?
I hate that goddamn noise.
Do you
Why?
have
Because it lasts for half an hour at any given point.
Do you have?
I've played since vanilla.
Oh really? Oh my god. No, I stopped at. I was raiding in Burning Crusade, and I think that was the last time I played. But yeah, the Merlin. I have a friend who can do that noise really, really good. Anyway, what Daph sends you is the phonetic representation in garbled random text letters of the Murloc sound. You ask for a sit rep, and she's like, so whatever that means.
She knows she's still alive.
My daughter does that too, and I never know what it means either when she does that. When you send like just garbage characters, like when I send you something that you think is either cool or terrible, and you just sort of send me like sputtering random letter strings.
Oh yeah, that means that it's amazing or horrible. That's
I don't know if you guys can hear that. She goes, that means it's either amazing or horrible. Obviously.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Or that she dropped her phone on her face while typing.
Yes. Also that.
Not helpful. Send. Charlotte.
I just keep flipping back and through these gifs of Peter Parker doing horrible things, the Kawaii prom night gif, and then Charlotte levitating in front of a pentagram.
Morlock songs.
Oh my God. No, there's the name of tonight's episode, Emotional Murloc Sounds. I do miss my
In my phone.
I do miss my Orc Hunter. That was a fun character. Anyway.
Charlotte.
I look up startled to see her there. I was like, oh, Alicia, hello.
Trying to pull herself, tucking strays of slightly unkempt hair behind her ear.
I was told we were gathering for a mission.
I don't know.
She's clearly. I mean, Margie,
like,
what is
Summer
she?
was
How
going to
does she?
help me out with something, but I wouldn't. It's not a mission.
What do you need help with, Charlotte?
Oh my God! I can hear the grinding teeth behind that question. What do you need help with? It's not grinding; they're clenched. What do you need help with, Charlotte?
Well, somehow I'm going to dance with a boy.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I couldn't get him to understand no. And then this is when her lower lip is quivering. So going to the Valentine's dance with Plasma Prince. I don't know what to do.
Do you need me to make sure he can't go to the dance?
I love Alicia's direct response to everything.
All I'm gonna see.
You will note, Alicia did not say he was going to kill her. That she was going to kill him. She can just make sure he can't go to the dance.
If Summer still had NPC status, I would immediately have her from like literally out of hearing distance, but somewhere back in the kitchen behind the counter go, no! But never mind.
Just let me know when I can show up.
Oh, you can show up whenever you want to.
Well, that sounds like my cue then. I got to
Yes,
appear.
yeah. Do you want to make
okay.
it so he can't show up to the dance?
So we are here to talk about a continuum of responses to this situation.
I love
Well, there is a continuum. I mean, we can render him simply unconscious for 24 hours. We can secrete him away where he cannot get out. We can cause him bodily injury where he cannot come to the dance, although he would probably build some sort of crazy exoskeleton and there anyway with dance moves programmed into it.
I think we can roll all those up as Alicia does what Alicia wants to do to Pietro, and we can explore other options.
And Charlotte just keeps getting paler and paler, and maybe a little bit insubstantial. Trying not to sink into her chair literally.
Charlotte, listen, I just want to make clear, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. You can say no to it. It's okay. Is that what you want?
Absolutely.
I think I just witnessed my own father die and be reborn again.
I may have passed out in the hallway, outside of my office. See, the problem is the thing that hurts more than anything else on me this week, after the accident, is thankfully where the seatbelt was. That's pretty much where all the kinetic energy went. Everything else.
Good news, bad news, right? Yeah.
I mean, my neck could hurt a lot worse than it is. There is whiplash, but as long as I don't do like one thing that I don't generally do anyway, it's fine. But my chest really hurts, which means coughing is not fun. Sneezing is not fun. And it turns out certain levels of laughter are a little bit painful. It's really a decibel setting. Once it gets above a certain point, it really kind of hurts. So you just kind of have to lay down. So yeah, you didn't kill me, but there we are then. Anyway.
It's not from a lack of trying?
Not from a lack of trying. I'm fine, by the way. I may have been able to recover pretty well, but I don't want anybody to think I'm like limping along here. But yeah, that was good. That was so good. All right, so sorry to interrupt.
Well, we want to see if Ghost Girl actually wants to back out or not.
You don't have to go if you don't want to.
But I said yes, and rude.
See, you broke up, but it actually worked really well for me at the broken up because all I heard was, but I said yes and rude. Like, like she's not even finishing complete sentences. You just sort of like, she's summing up her general,
Dilemma.
Yeah, dilemma.
Well, so if I understand correctly, I think I saw him talk to you. He asked you, and I assume that you were running interference for Nono. Was he here to maybe ask her, do you think?
That's pretty much sums it up. He was, looking to ask her out, and she too. So I said I would stall him, and well, somehow.
So he stalled for the duration of a dance.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but.
I do have to say that was actually remarkably noble and self-sacrificial of you. I still think you should get out of it, but but kudos. That was taking one for the team.
I'm kind of going to agree, and I just want to point out that if you thought it was okay to keep Nono safe from him, it's also okay to keep you safe from him. That said, if you do feel duty bound to show up and honor this agreement that you made, and I don't think you have to, but if you do, I'll respect that. We'll help you out however we can.
I kind of want to go to the dance. I
just don't want to go.
It's so. I kind of, don't get to spend as much time with you guys at school and stuff. So.
I'm sure there are less painful ways that can happen than going to the dance with him.
Remind me, does Pietro have like kind of a Jason Quill fixation? Inferiority complex, or am I mistaking that for something else?
I would say he's kind of convinced that some super team is just on the verge of asking him to join. I don't know about Jason Quill specifically. Like he
it's an
first
inventor
appeared
because that happened with Leo and stuff like that. That's what I'm.
Yeah, he first appeared challenging Leo,
Right.
so I think he's just generally like at odds with reality as far as his status goes. But I don't know that he's fixated on anyone particular.
Beautiful.
Like, are you asking would he like try to cut in on Jason's date, or just generally?
No, I'm just because I mean the obvious. I don't say obvious. One of the possible solutions here is to third, fourth, fifth wheel the date so that she's at the dance, but she's there with friends, and he's not. It's not the two of them. It's everybody, and worst case scenario, she's got a couple of dances to deal with, and.
I think that's even if it's not formal, that's what the team does. I mean, we look out for each other that way. But
well, Summer was on the verge of asking, like, maybe do you want to go as a friend with somebody, and she would be happy to go along. But yeah,
yes. So I sorry, I didn't mean to step
I
on that.
don't think that he could handle summer. No, well,
No, if Summer was offering to like go along as a.
I know. No, there's nothing really wrong with him. I think
There are lots of things wrong with him.
I don't think that anybody's really told him not to do that. Maybe I can help. I don't know.
I think that's commendable.
Oh, Charlotte's going. I think I can fix him. No.
No, I don't want to fix him as in have him and fix him.
Yeah. No, I like that.
As in fix him.
But
I think having him fixed probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
correct. Okay.
And apropos of nothing, Summer's trying to offer comfort and support to Charlotte as well by being supportive of whatever she wants.
Yes. And I think I mean, it's Alicia's way of doing comfort and support. I kind of feel like that's happening also, but
Well, yeah, she's offering to do what's necessary to
incapacitate him,
make things better.
break his pinkies, break his thumbs.
That probably wouldn't be enough.
Threaten to break his thumbs.
I was thinking of kneecaps, but
Kneecaps.
we want to stop the dancing.
Stop the dancing.
All right, Ghost Girl gets to clear a condition if she opens up.
I mean, given that this all kind of happened as part of the exchange, the bit where Charlotte said, I want to call out the bit where Charlotte says, like, I kind of want to go to the dance. Like, I kind of want to go. I never get to see you.
I like that, yeah.
I like that a lot as a sort of a.
Opening up.
I want to hear, you want to talk about a little reverse cover and support thing. Because I think that's sort of, but in a different kind of way. I want to know what Alicia's response to that is.
Wanting to go to the dance?
Not necessarily verbal, but it could be verbal. I don't want to rule that out. But what her response to that is, because in a lot of ways, Alicia's in the same boat. She's not a spirit, but she's not, she's cut off from the team. She's,
Yeah, and going off to a high school dance is not something in her repertoire, even if she kind of keeps alluding to formal things that she's gone to.
Sure, yeah,
and it's normally the kind of thing that she would make snarky remarks about, but at the same token, she really kind of sort of wants to go. So I think when Charlotte says that, Alicia's response would be, then you should go. Not necessarily with Pietro, unless that's what you want to do, but I think it's good you want to do stuff with the team and better assimilate to the social order groupings things here in this time and place and social circle.
Oh,
I have the perfect follow-up for this. I have to do it.
Okay, yes.
And Summer's going to be like, okay, so you want to go. And we'll look directly at Alicia and say, then great. How many dresses are we shopping for?
Now, I will say this for the record. Alicia, if you just say the word 3, I'm going to let everybody do like some cross. There's going to be some crossways, comfort and support kind of going every different direction.
It's a circle comfort.
It's a circle. It's a daisy chain of
Circle.
comfort and support.
I still need to acquire a dress
Really?
as well.
Really?
You're just gonna shut her down? You're just gonna shut Summer down like that?
No,
No, that's exactly what Summer wanted to hear. She's like, yeah, all right.
Oh, I thought you're. See, I was saying say 3 because then Summer's going 2 kind of thing. But Summer can be going 2 anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm just
That might be touchy because nobody has asked her, to my knowledge, and so she'd be like, no.
I would.
Oh no, Charlotte will take that. Well, but Summer, aren't you coming? Don't you need a dress too?
Nobody has really invited me, and I might be working that night.
Why don't you come with us, please? Please?
Desperate clutching at arm.
Alicia's not quite willing to go that far.
The desperate clutching at arm part.
No, the kind of like, oh no, come with us. Just because that's.
Now I'm curious
Just
because
you, I meant us as in like me and Plasma Prince.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah, this is just this is the GM asking about at a not a meta level exactly, but Alicia's been having has gotten shook a number of times about the General Newman thing. Where is she on Summer at this point? Is she?
We've never actually played out kind of where that scene happens, but she would be. She wants to do something for Summer because she feels a bit guilty over having been so negative and dismissive about her in the past. And she's certainly, given that there's been a vague amount of time that's taken place
Sure,
here,
yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
probably has had that moment where she's kind of talked with someone and said, I apologize, I was wrong, and I will do what I can to make up for that.
I was wrong,
so,
or
I mean,
I may have been wrong.
No, she's clearly flipped on this.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. So, and I'm also wondering if in the back of your mind, because this wouldn't have happened that long ago, if there isn't the no, I mean this other thing I'm about to say. The rest of the sentence that follows actually from Agent Parker is what in terms of her suggestions for rooming. Does that come into this anywhere? Just in terms of in the back of your mind? Because Parker's suggestion was you could room with a teammate.
Right.
Under a limited set of teammates. We're not suggesting a mausoleum.
Right.
So, ...
Yeah, I mean, Alicia hasn't had a chance to kind of
parse that.
Parse that further. Right now, that's probably not what she's thinking about.
Okay.
But okay. At this moment, it's not what she's thinking about. Has she had a chance to think about, like, when she was riding the bus? Ticking through the roommates, through the teammates. No, not Harry.
There are, there's a number of, theoretically.
Not Adam. Summer.
We even did the comic for this, in fact.
Well, we did. I know we did.
But it's actually happening now, so.
Right. Charlotte. We're not going to hang out at the. Well, if we were to do that, we'd have to really, I guess, kind of be Summer, which would be like really weird. Or is this what I need to? Is this some sort of weird karmic penance that I need to do? Okay, let me put that aside. Oh, look, I'm here at Blins Creek.
Is friendship a weird karmic penance I need to pay? Only Alicia.
I'm reminded of the last Starfighter where it's like, I'll have it all figured out by the time we reach the frontier. The alarm goes off. What's that? The frontier.
I love it. Okay. So dresses.
Summer will feel 150% awkward going to a dance without a date, but as long as it's clear that like her friends are going to hang out, she'll reluctantly go along with it. So there you go.
gotta look at Summer's face now in this little image. That was Radiance's role. Alicia, why don't you give me a comfort and support role?
Sure. Let me. Oh, I should actually pull up my character and everything.
And Charlotte,
here.
you too. I want to see how bad this gets. Or good.
Well, actually, I have a thing.
You have a thing? Oh, yeah, you might need to put a spin on this a little bit. So when you're saying, no, you should come, you should absolutely come, maybe you need to add another little bit in there to kind of go with your thing. Cause it's
I mean, because, yeah. No, you need to come. You know, this is, you know, with you know, understanding this world and you know, you guys are the best at, you know, that way. And, you know, I trust you more than, you know,
anybody.
yeah. I mean, how else will I know what it is like to be a girl?
Oh, charade.
Really scary sounding.
Is your
With
mundane
these
really
two.
a -2? Or is it a 0 and
Um,
you're penalized?
I'm penalized.
Okay, hold that thought because we'll see how
Yeah.
the comfort and support goes here in a second.
Should I just roll straight freak then?
Is it freak? Yeah, roll
Yeah.
freak. I want to see if it does a weird. Hang on, let me look at that. Ghost girl, you're freak. Yeah, you can roll freak. It's not going to break anything. Look at that. Okay.
Some help here.
In good spirits. Yeah, rolling in good spirits is even better than rolling the freak part. Okay, so thing that way. Okay. What is okay? Let me look at the comfort and support thing for Charlotte's thing because everybody okay.
I think it's just she uses a different label, but it's otherwise.
No, you should. No, I'm just looking at the 10 plus thing. Okay, so through that little daisy chain, I will relax the timing enough so that it applies. So Dave, you need to get rid of angry, so that the thing becomes so that your 5 becomes a 7.
Oh, so I get to.
You get to clear a condition. Summer gets to clear a condition. Charlotte gets to clear 2 because she gets to clear a second condition from getting a high roll. Or you can. What was the other thing? Oh, add team to the pool, but don't do that. Clear a second condition.
Conditions to clear.
Yeah. Take a condition from like what everybody's been saying to each other, and then take one from how you feel about, you know, saying nice things about these other 2 girls.
Right.
And Dave, for what it's worth, if Alicia has that follow-up conversation, Summer will have a lot to say. So if you want to do that actually on forums sometime,
I think that would be.
yeah.
Sure.
There
No,
may be,
that's fine.
There may be the awkward like, you know, broaching the subject by saying, "I have these terrible rooming options. What do you think I should do?" I don't know if it would be interesting to me if Alicia feels like she needs to come at the topic side that sideways, because she's usually so direct.
Yep.
Alicia and Summer rooming together. What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Just videotape it, get it on Instagram. I'm asking my daughter.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we have. This is like
We'll both sign into the Big Brother house.
So I think actually I'm gonna take undo angry because it's sort of because what it impinges is comfort and support, pierce the mask. So things about
yeah.
which I think this is really kind of clear as mundane. And then I think the other one I want to take is insecure.
Yeah, because you know you got your friends to back you up, right?
And I'm definitely on my way to clearing guilty for my unsacrificing my sacrificing myself for no.
What is the action that gets rid of the sacrifice or gets rid of guilty?
Make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt.
Mm.
You mean like taking the date?
Yeah. Now, failing the defend roll wouldn't have counted, but deciding to stick to it and not bow out of it, yes, absolutely clear guilty. You're taking one for the team of no. The singular team of no. That is a fine way to clear guilty and a reasonable argument for why you would say yes to going out on a date with Pietro, the Plasma Prince. There's a lot of commentary, and I want to, first of all, I want to say kudos to the people playing the other people who are like, listen, you don't have to go if you don't want to go. You are not obligated. I don't care what he was doing. Because that should absolutely be said. So good job. We are ready for our after-school, Wednesday after-school special. Say that again?
Talking to your daughter to ask if she was listening.
Yeah, she's listening. Oh, she knows. She knows.
Just reminding her.
There's a fine foul language comic from I think I shared it over a year ago, but it was something like, Dad, Joey like hit me, or something like that, or no, it's like, Dad, Sarah hit me, and it's like, what happened? He's like, well, he kept grabbing me, and I told him to lay off, and he wouldn't let go of me, so I hit him because nobody else gets to, control my body but me. And Dad kind of gets the big wide eyes and goes, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to side with her on this one. Tough life lesson, buddy, but yep. Nobody controls the body but you. That means she gets to club you sometimes if you're not listening. Okay. All right.
That
Okay.
reminds me, Doyce.
Yes, sir.
Small detour, if you don't mind.
No, by all means.
I met the guy who does those.
Oh, really?
A while back. I have something to give you.
Really? I am intrigued and would like to learn more, and I also know that there is a game day coming up to commemorate James's departure for collegiate pastures.
Yeah, he lives in Kansas nearby, so I met him at a thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I thought he was around here in the Colorado area or something like that. Actually,
Kansas City, for the not nearby.
Honestly, for the longest time, I thought he lived in my attic and was spying on me and writing comics based on my family's life. Because, seriously, goddamn, not only does he do it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally been us. I'm like, no, that was us yesterday. What the hell, man? It is like that all the time. You said you had something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious and would like to learn more. Also, I work over near you, so we can also do that too.
We still have to do lunch sometime.
We do have to do lunch now that I'm actually back at that area. All right, so I would like to before we go around and say closer to, farther away, all that kind of stuff, I would like to. We have a day between now and the dance, so there's like a Saturday of sort of prep and stuff. And I just want to get a couple of just little, those wordless scenes that they do at the end of little like one panel bits of, without the dialogue that you do that you get halfway through most of the Hawkeye comics, for like the prep and stuff like that. So, Adam, who is teaching you how to slow dance?
That is a very good question.
Who do we have a shot of? And I say slow dance like,
Like dancing?
dance properly
Uh-huh.
like a grown up kind of thing.
Oh, man.
Otto? Is it Otto? No.
No. Oh.
He's had so many ideas. All right, actually,
no.
I'm going to ask the question. You think about it for a second.
Yeah. You do that.
Leo, what is the scene that you and Otto are spending time together during this? What's going on? Like, what do we see you guys doing? Whatever that happens to be.
So Otto is texting Leo. Leo's sitting in the driver's seat. Otto is projecting worry or concern, and all that Leo's looking at is some message from somebody named Mary saying, "Here's my flight number."
Ooh. Oh my God, yes. That is such a fantastic idea. Thank you. Thank you. That's fantastic. So you're sitting in the driver's seat, he's not sitting next to you, like looking over your shoulder? Or he's oh, that's so fantastic. That's so good.
No, like Otto
Oh.
normally hangs out as a car. He's
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, okay. So you're texting on your phone and the flight gets in. That's so good. That is so good. Oh, this is gonna make me so happy. All right. Okay, so Leo's texting, we got that. Back to Adam for a second. What'd you settle on?
Bill, if you're okay with it, I think it is Summer, since she's kind of like doing the whole big sister thing for Adam, especially after last time.
Oh, sure.
And I just find it funny if like Ghost Girl's like they're like coordinating the whole thing.
Like giving direct. Actually, it's almost like a lesson for both of you.
I almost want to say Ghost Girl would be better at teaching dancing
Yes.
in Summer.
Well, certainly older, more formal dance moves.
No, so the idea here is that she's
For
actually
dancing.
that she's like giving tips to both Summer and Adam.
Yeah, I like that.
That's really, really good. I like that a lot.
I could just be it like imagine that being that one panel where neither of them are doing it at all correctly, and Ghost Girl's just sort of frustrated in the background.
I love it. I want a scene. I want the panel of Alicia. For some reason, I'm imagining the scene with Toph at the spa. But I want the scene where the girls all go and Alicia is at the mani-pedi haired place.
Because she's the only one who physically could actually get a mani-pedi.
Well, no, I mean, Summer could get a mani-pedi. It's just kind of redundant.
Good luck clipping through these nails. God damn.
like grinding saw or something like that.
But like they also don't grow out, so like it's great.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, they no, but you could get them painted. Certainly, you can get them painted.
Oh yeah.
So, what does that look like? Are you truly embracing the spa experience? Is it Toph with the gritted feet, like gritted teeth thing? Do we get a shot of her in rollers?
Oh God.
Oh, I love I love the idea of her in like one of those like the big hair things that come down over your head. And like
the giant old-fashioned hair
dryers. Yeah.
You know what would make this more complete though is we need more ponies.
Yes.
In
the
there,
call goes out. They're all
helping
just doing
with
it.
all. Yeah. Well, because No found out. Yeah, No.
Only a few of them. Only a few of them are actually like going because only a few of them are actually in school and in school at Gardner, but they all come.
So I'm sorry. So Alicia is there at the spa with
Alicia
Charlotte and Summer?
Charlotte, Summer.
Actually, less of a spa and more of somebody's
It's not.
house
It's not a
that
spa.
we're doing
It's
it
like
at.
a. It's like a. It's like a. You know, it's just a mani-pedi place. But Alicia, Charlotte, Summer, Nono, Duskshine. Is she the one who's like the crazy makeup
She's the
person?
fashion and appearance person.
Dude,
Yeah.
she's the one doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, Duskshine is like doing everybody up, and at the same time, it is also like she goes off on like a bit about like using makeup to foil like facial recognition, like the different kinds of
Ah.
makeup that can different kinds of makeup patterns that will foil facial recognition and stuff.
That was a
Uh,
hell of a callback. Good job.
yeah, thank you.
Oh,
That's actually where she and Alicia bond.
yeah, I was gonna say Alicia gets really into that
It's like,
conversation.
wait, you can actually make it look like raving, like a rave pattern. It's like, oh yeah, totally. You just need this kind of reflective, like, well, they're gone. They,
And I've used this. It's not visible, but it shows up in the infrared, so it will definitely.
yes, yes.
You know that the shine is really important right now, and that totally messes with it because it's metallic.
Um.
Really stylish.
So yeah, I actually like the scene of her and like Alicia and Duskshine like bonding over, like excitedly looking over like a magazine spread in a
Soldier of Fortune.
it's not Soldier of Fortune, but it's like a anti
Agency
more-
Monthly.
like an
Or
anti
maybe a,
no like an Antifa
pretty day.
I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but like a zine, like
hmm
what would have been a poorly printed zine in the 80s on mimeograph, right? And now
It's like smoky eye, but for your whole face.
yeah, that's so good. All right, Charlotte, we kind of got three people taken care of all right there. Harry, I got this is so. Actually, do you have a scene in mind? Because I have something kind of just to close down with to kind of foreshadow next time, based on the other stuff.
I'm good.
What your prep looks like and stuff like that. So this is later that same night. We see Harry and in a small, like a little small park downtown, or in the city, I shouldn't say downtown. Coming up and meeting with two shadowy individuals in this park next to the statue, and they all kind of stand around the statue, and then there's they're kind of like you see Harry, and he kind of closes his eye, and the lights change around him, like it's not the buildings around him stuff, but it's sort of like lights up a little bit more around him, and he looks up, and he gets this kind of like totally kind of cockeyed grin on his face as he looks at something. And we'll just stop with that look on his face of like cool kind of thing. All right. We might actually do the dance next session. I was expecting this to take 2 sessions. It may actually take 2 sessions.
I'm also
Yeah.
worried because you asked me about an NPC today, Joyce, and I haven't seen that person show up yet. So now I'm concerned.
The NPC he asked me about today has showed up. So
The one that starts with a C? Is that the one we're thinking of?
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be that I intended to happen next session, not as a preparatory thing. I was gonna have that happen next session, like
Uh-oh.
Stuff will happen next session.
Well, now I'm worried.
I mean, what I really need to do
It'll-
is go back and read all of the hot mess stuff, so that I can properly prepare for how the dance will go horribly, horribly awry.
All of her fiction has been linked directly from her page on the wiki, if that helps.
I honestly can't decide if I'm joking or not, but one way or the other, I need to get caught up on. I need I've got a to-do list of stuff I need to go back and read when I'm not just frantically skimming in the middle of the day on my phone.
One of the things we need to do, Joyce, is determine, some of the other key kids and what they're doing, like the rest of A10's team and stuff
some
like
of
that.
them aren't going to Gardner, and some of them aren't necessarily. But yeah, I think they'll definitely be. We need to take about 10 minutes and kind of go through and see who showed up and who's with who, and all that kind of stuff. I think that's a fabulous idea. So I will give that a certain amount of thought. Some of it's kind of obvious, but will a certain knight finally ask out JC? We shall see. We shall see, for example. All right. Going around the circle. We started with Alicia, so let's start with Alicia. Alicia, closer to the team, further away from the team, more into your image of yourself.
Closer to the team.
Who?
Yeah, that's a question.
That is a good question.
I'm going to say closer to Charlotte because she actually kind of opened herself. In fact, if she didn't get a showing a vulnerability thing,
Is there a share?
That she did in all of there.
Is there a Charlotte? What's your share of vulnerability move?
Because damn.
Let me see.
Look it up.
Incidentally, if I haven't mentioned already, there is a Masks version of. There's a version of the Masks book now that you can order that actually has the playbooks inside the book.
Mm-hmm.
I have a copy of it, just to have a copy of it. But
Are you talking about the team move?
Yeah.
Not the victory, but the share of vulnerability. How's that written for you? It may not necessarily fit, but
yeah, when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, they tell you what you should do to fit in. More take +1 forward and mark potential if you do.
Then keep a pin in that, because when you go to the dance, kind of like with everybody and do that thing and just enjoy yourself and go and be part of the team and go to this thing, then that's your potential. So basically, when you walk out on to the dance floor, you'll get an XP ding. Ding. And you'll have +1 forward to some roll, which I think is hilarious. That's great. I love it.
So close to Charlotte for kind of actually showing a vulnerability.
Yeah, because she's been scary typhoon of spirit nastiness up to this point. Summer.
Also closer to Charlotte.
Yay! Charlotte gets all the XP for showing vulnerability. Yay!
As long as I could see now.
Yeah.
Take all the influence hand stuff out. There you go. Harrison. Haribald. Harriman.
I do not have influence with Summer.
So
now you do.
Now you do. So you have to worry about shifting labels at least. Harry, what do you think? Me didn't interact with other people on the team, unfortunately.
Except for a very concerning text message.
You did get influence over Andy, so write that down.
Yes.
But who do you give influence to? Or rather, closer image of yourself. What do you do there?
Well, since
Could be image.
there wasn't really team I could get closer to.
True.
I don't know. I proved that I grew into my own image of myself for being able to live without being a superhero.
That's cool. Shift your labels as appropriate. Raise mundane. It's already a 3.
I can't raise
Well,
mundane.
you don't need to shift your labels if you don't want to, but I think that's the appropriate thing. Adam. We'll save Charlotte for the end.
We're gonna grow closer to the team, and for that last scene, I'll say Charlotte.
Oh,
Oh,
the teaching
cool.
her how to dance, teaching you to dance thing.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it.
It's Charlotte Day.
It's Charlotte Day. Charlotte takes influence over everybody.
Yep, and she probably already has influence over Concord, so go ahead and shift my labels.
It's me, baby. Okay.
And finally, Charlotte, closer to the team, further away from the team. Take further away from the team, I think, obviously. No.
Obviously take closer to the team, and I'm gonna reciprocate with Summer because this was like the first time we did like girl stuff.
Yay, girl stuff. All right.
Me already. Do you, Summer?
I now have influence over you and everybody.
Of course you do. And next session.
That fills me out with another potential track.
Okay, we really got to figure out what the heck Charlotte's going to take for some advances. So if you,
That picture, that's perfect.
yep, that's next session. Coming soon.
And Margie, in the meantime, if you want to tell me like what you think would be interesting to develop into, I can try to make some suggestions if other people in the household, for example, don't already.
Well,
I think that's. I think yeah. I mean, my struggle is that so many of the overlap doesn't work for the ones that are all based on like adding power to whatever, throw out half the books because they're like to some other power source thing,
right,
like the Nova.
right. So maybe a move that focuses more on interaction, or reading people or something like that. And keeping in mind that we may need to take the move and reskin it the same way we had to reskin everything. I say Bill reskin everything with the outsider.
Yeah,
So
we can absolutely do something like that. And Doyce, if nothing came up, would you be okay with a totally custom move?
Sure.
So
Okay, so we got options.
We got options.
Yeah.